Night we had last night, my people. Yo, from Gervonta Tank Davis deleting his X account because of the dispute that he got into with Shakur Stevenson and Ray Jackson. Don't forget, this all started because of Ray Jackson's photo that he posted of Gervonta Davis with a dunk on. And I ain't gonna lie. That's a funny picture. That is a goddamn funny picture. But because of this dispute, Gervonta and Shakur Stevenson got into such a heated argument. Gervonta starts to bring up his daughter and talk about the comments that she made after the William Cepeda fight with Shakur Stevenson. And Shakur gets heated. He gets pissed off and says that he's closing the chapter when it comes to Gervonta Tank Davis. Gervonta Tank Davis told us that in 8 weeks he is gonna retire. Yes, dude. That is some of the breaking news that is going on. Gervonta Davis says boxing is done. 8 weeks, I'm done. And everybody went crazy. It seems like Gervonta Tank Davis is not able to handle the mental warfare, especially when it comes to social media. The way he goes back with Shakur Stevenson, back and forth on X, on Twitter, to the point where you even got Leonard Ellerby hopping in and backing you up, and hundreds of other people. And after you get into all that, and you cuss and you say disrespectful things, you deactivate your Twitter account? I just want to make you guys know and understand how of a move that makes you look. Imagine, I'm getting into a dispute with somebody in my hood on social media, and I'm calling him this, I'm calling him that, you ducking me, this and that. And then I just go and delete my social media? You don't understand how bad that makes you look. And at this point, I know Gervonta does not care. He does not care what the boxing world thinks. So, why should we care? Why should we care what Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be doing next? You don't want to give us a show at the press conference. You don't want to do anything. Why should we care if Gervonta Tank Davis is even coming back to boxing? I don't anymore. You really don't know what's going to happen with Gervonta Tank Davis, my people. I thought that was breaking news that went down yesterday, and that wasn't the only beef. What about Magomed Ankalaev and Alex Pereira? Woo-hoo! Alex Pereira getting put out to the world that this guy may be a liar. And he may be a scumbag. I'm not saying that, he just may be. Because just a couple days ago, he accused Magomed Ankalaev of not wanting to be in the same room with him, not wanting to see him, and was trying to avoid him at the UFC PI to the point where he was hiding inside of a room. Oh, I'm scared. Oh, shit, is that Alex? Bro, is that Alex? Oh, no, fuck that. Put me in the room. Oh, yeah. Okay, tell me when he's gone. And Alex Perez says as he leaves, he heard a female say, "Hey, Magomed, yeah, Alex is gone. You could come out now. Come on." And Alex Pereira goes on his social media and claims this, calling him a shit champion, calling him a pussy for hiding. And guess what? Magomed Ankalaev did not go without having to say something and confronted Alex Pereira. Confronted him on video, we can see it all, went up to him and told him, "Hey, I didn't do none of that. I wasn't hiding. You got me up, homie. October 4th, watch what's gonna happen. No trauma." And if you look at what Magomed has been posting in the last days, it is getting hot. Things were 1 week away from October 4th, a rematch in the light heavyweight title, Alex Pereira versus Magomed Ankalaev. And I love this. Magomed Ankalaev, his last tweet was letting people know, because if you look at the way Magomed Ankalaev tweets on Twitter, you may think that somebody is tweeting for him. It looks like a bot, like AI or one of his American friends. But he said, that is all me. Every single thing that has been on my Twitter, that's me putting all of it. And I love it. I absolutely love it, my people. You know, today we got UFC Perth with Carlos Ulberg and Dominick Reyes. And oh my God, man. What an opportunity that Dominick Reyes has going up against Carlos Ulberg. You know, Carlos Ulberg is on the doorsteps of receiving a light heavyweight title shot. And Dominick Reyes is one of the most loved fighters in the UFC. This is a guy who went 12-0, undefeated, until he ran into Jon Jones and had one of the best fights that Jon Jones has ever had, right? And from 2020 to 2022, he goes on a 4-fight losing streak. A bad one too, man. He's getting knocked out by Jury with the spinning elbow. He's getting knocked out many times. He got knocked out by a jab by Ryan Spann. And it's been a tough 4 years from 2020 to 2024. Because after he got knocked out by Jury, he took a 1.5 years off because he broke his nose bone. Both of his eye orbital bones were broken, right? And then he has his last fight in 2022 where he gets knocked out in the first round by Ryan Spann. And then a year later in 2023, finds out he was supposed to be fighting Carlos Ulberg, but the fight got canceled back in March. He finds out as he's going to a massage that my dude has blood clots. And he almost dies. They have to rush him to the hospital. You were wondering what happened to Dominick Reyes from 2023 to 2024? He had to get rushed to the hospital to the point where Dominick has been talking about this phrase that the doctors told to him that meant so much to him. The doctor told to him, Dominick, if you wake up tomorrow, then that's good on you. But if you don't, then that's all she wrote. Dominick Reyes was living day to day, not knowing if he was going to wake up because of the blood clots. From 2020 to 2024, Dominick Reyes got tested harder than a lot of people have got tested in their lives. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. You know, this is a faithful channel. We don't talk about it that much, but Dominick Reyes is a faithful man. And him talking about he believes that all this happened for a reason, so do I. You had the best career, then you had the worst 4 years of any person's career, to a point where a lot of people would quit. But you stuck it out, and now you've been on a 3-fight win streak. An absolutely amazing one. And it seems like it's behind you again. Like your story is coming to fruition. Like all your beliefs are coming true. And now he is fighting against Carlos Ulberg in the biggest opportunity of his life. If he beats this guy, Dominick Reyes will be getting a light heavyweight title shot. I guarantee you. I guarantee it. So that being said, I love Dominick Reyes. I love watching him fight. You know, he's one of my most favorite fighters. So what does that mean? The MMA Boxing Addicts is going to be placing a $150 bet on Dominick Reyes today. Win or lose. Win or lose. If you're a fan of Dominick Reyes, you understand this might be the most important fight and one of the last fights that we ever see Dominick Reyes fight in. That means so much in the sport of UFC. This could be the biggest last fight of Dominick Reyes' career. So, we riding with my boy. We're riding with my boy Dominick Reyes. Don't get me wrong, I like Carlos Ulberg too, but it's going to be an amazing fight. And a couple last things that I wanted to touch up on. Today, or last night, they had the Perth Q&A with JDM, Taito Avisa, and Robert Whitaker. First off, what the hell is going on with Taito Avisa? My boy been hitting shoeies, hitting a shoey every day. He looks like he gained 80 pounds of fat. As he sits there on that chair, I was tripping out with his greasy hair. Who is this guy? Taito Avisa does not look like he's in fight-ready shape at all. And I don't know if he's been training, but I'll be paying attention to who his next opponent is to see if there's opportunities in making some money. Because I don't know if Taito Avisa has been working or not, but my boy is looking out of shape. Out of shape, out of shape. He can't even make the heavyweight limit, he said. Then, you got Robert Whittaker. I thought there was something interesting that Robert Whittaker said. He said that he will not ever fight Israel Adesanya again. He don't want to fight that fight. You know, they fought 2 times. A trilogy is a big money fight for the both of them, especially if you have it in Sydney or Perth, right? But he says he's not going to fight him. He said, Israel Adesanya is my friend. I've been to his house before. We drank together. We talked about a lot of things together, right? He says he doesn't want to fight him because he goes to his house and they're friends now. They built a relationship. But he did say that February, he's talked to the UFC. He's trying to come back in February on the Sydney, Australia card, my people. Sydney. Which would be absolutely amazing for Robert Whittaker to go to his hometown and fight in front of his people. I love that. I love that. Have him sit out. And if you need somebody for Sydney, throw Robert Whittaker in there. And then, JDM. JDM gets asked a couple questions. He's right there sitting with his son, respectively, man. You know, it's such a great dad, bro. Such a great dad. That's what I like about JDM. And he's a respectful man. He don't talk a lot of crap. He may not be the most exciting champion, but he definitely is the most respectful. In this interview, they asked JDM, what is going to be your game plan in facing a guy like Islam Makhachev? And he gives us his answers. And everybody knows this already. It's not like JDM's going to go in there and wrestle Islam. He says he's going to tit and tat box him from the outside. That's how you beat him. Tit and tat him from the outside. Huh, 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 huh. Right? Play that running game. It's starting to get real interesting, man. That's an absolutely fantastic matchup that I like. And I see a lot of people talking about how, oh, JDM's going to be too big. He's going to be too big for your, I was going to say Terrence Bud Crawford. JDM's going to be too big for Islam Makhachev. Oh, he's going to be too strong. Islam's going to be the smaller guy going up to this. He ain't going to be able to take him down. You guys, I done seen for 2 months, people say that Crawford had no chance in beating Canelo. Oh, Canelo's too big. Oh, he's going up 3 weight divisions. Oh, I'm so scared. You guys, forget about that. Islam Makhachev coming up from the lightweight division don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. He had time to work. Crawford had 12 months to work. Islam Makhachev, not 12 months exactly, but still has some time to work. This ain't a 3-month notice fight. You're sitting there and telling me you don't think that Islam Makhachev doesn't wrestle with welterweights? You're going to sit there and tell me that throughout Islam Makhachev's career, he doesn't work out with bigger guys? Everybody spars with bigger people all the time. Boxers, UFC fighters, they're always sparring with people that are bigger than them. Yes, of course, you always want to spar with somebody in the same weight as you. But 10 pounds, 20 pounds, guys are in there sparring all day. Gervonta Davis is sparring 200-pounders all day to Jake Paul. Terrence Bud Crawford was sparring 168-pounders, 175-pounders, leading up to Canelo Alvarez. So this whole thing about size matters and this and that, to me, it don't make sense at all. What matters in this fight is skills for skills. And you guys, what's going to be my pick? You'll find out later.